everybody, and how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch. And at The Flower Patch I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Right guys, today I thought I'd do another swag. I wanted to do it in a gold, but the gold, I didn't want it too metallic, so I wanted sort of like a tanny gold. I've tried to get out what I thought is a bit duller than the metallic gold, where it's not as bright, and I just want to add in a couple, one, I think one or two floral. I can't see with everything on my workbench. So I'm going to go through what first we're going to do. I've done a bow, and I've done one where the ribbon at the back is 6-inch loop. It's got a tan with a gold and a copper coloured pattern with trees and snowflakes on, and the gold edging. Then I've done a light tan colour with gold stitching in velvet at 5.5 inch. Then I've done this white one here with the glitter on. I just wanted to add a little bit of white. So that is an iridescent glittered one at also 5.5 inch, sorry. Then I've done this cream coloured one background with the gold berries and the gold stitching on the edge at 4.5, and no, 5. Oh, I've got to remember this. And then in the centre I've just done one where it is 3 inch. I've not got long tail ends on this one today. I didn't want it because I'm using big floral. So by adding those in, I could have brought them around the side, but I just thought no, today we'll just do a bow with, and the tail ends were 5 inch on top and bottom. So that's what we're going to do, and it's on an 18-inch spruce or pine needle swag. I have added my own pine needle again from the garland I have, and just attached it with some cable ties. So that is that. I've got some of all of this in, oh gosh guys, when I did real flowers, many colours, when I did gift boxes and things like that. So I did have these. I've just remembered I've not curled one of them. So you just get your scissors and slide it down. And if it's not as good as you want it, keep doing it. It will just, do as you like it to. You can go over it as many times, but don't put too much force on it, because it can have a tendency to snap if you pull too hard. So I've done 5 long ones where I've gone with my scissors and gone down and put some swirls. I'm wanting to put those, instead of tail ends, ribbons, tail ends from the ribbons. I just wanted to see if these would look nice under the bow instead. So I've just got that out in a gold. So if it's too short or anything, or it's in the way, then I may do one either side. So I've kept it out. It comes on a big roll like this of 100 meters, and again I've got numerous colors. I still use it today, sometimes to wrap up gifts and things like that, or add to artificial vase arrangements or vase arrangements. So I still use them. Right, for our greenery, I've got some just plain pine needles out, because I do want a bit of green in it. I don't just want it all one colour. So I just want to place in some greenery. So I've not gone for the bigger leaves in greenery this time. So I've gone for the small leaf. But I have got the tree pine needles or pine leaves, as well as the thicker, rounder pine needles themselves. I have got these little berries that I've found. So there's only 4, but I'm wanting to put those in and around the bow. So and the glitter, so I've kept them out. And they're not a metallic coloured gold. They are like a tanny coloured gold. So I've kept those out. I have got some swirls. Again, these are like well, not metallic. They are more of a tanny gold colour. And I've placed them on picks. I've had to put lots of glue on them for them to stay in place because they are quite heavy. So I've got some of those out in case I fancy putting a bit of whimsical feel to it as well. Now, oh no, I found a berry, so that's 5. Oh, that's good. Let me just glue that one on so it doesn't come off again. So there we have that. Now I have got this Gypsophilia, and again, this is like a off gold, a gold and tan combined. It's not metallic. I have got the odd metallic in here, like these bay leaves. They're not as vibrant as those. They're more like a matty colour, so it gives it that duller look. But hence the reason I want to mix and match, but don't put too much metallic in. So I've got the Gypsophilia, perhaps filler foliage to add in that as well. Now for our glittery leaves, I've only got 3 left of these. I have used these for other projects and orders, so I've only got 3 of these stems left of the, now then, what I don't know if they're sage leaves, I think, or maybe they could be ficus, I'm not sure, or even rusca. Oh my goodness, there's some leaves, guys, what do confuse me because they do look like other leaves that I've used. And I've also got these glitter cypress leaves. Again, I haven't took these out. I like to keep them in because the glitter gets everywhere. But I've got some bigger glittered cypress leaves to go around the edge. So we've got those as well. Let's just see if I can get them back in now. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm shaking it and it's all going all over. There we have it. Let me just get rid of this now. And I have got, and these are also, they're not as shiny like the bay leaves. Again, these are like a slight, between a metallic and a matte combined for these spiky ferns, but I do like these. So I've got those. And now these are not, these are a totally different coloured gold. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. So these are again a different gold. These are metallic. These are more of a matte and toned down in a different tone. So these are just little flowers that I could put in and around somewhere. And the same with my eucalyptus, if I can get it. Now this is, again, not like the bay leaves, bright, metallic. These are off a duller gold, but still beautiful. And it's just a different tone. I'm trying to keep in with the shades of what's on and around the ribbon or the bow. But I do want to add some metallic in. Now I've got some coffee coloured berries, and I do like this colour. I got them from Lily Jade, and I do love this colour. I got a few of these things from Lily Jade. I shop on there a lot. I got these from Lily Jade. Now, these are artificial pine cones. They are plastic, and they have got a where they've been dipped with a bit of gold glitter, and I thought we could use those as well. I've also got out some sea holly in cream, because we've got like a cream on one of the ribbons, and also in and around on some of the leaves you see a little hint of brown. I don't know if you can see that, guys, but there's a little hint of tanny brown colour mixed in, so I'd like to use those. And I have got some cream maple leaves out. These were from Range, a store in the UK. I don't know if it's in the States or Germany or Canada, anywhere else. But on the back, their veins are brown. So I wanted to incorporate those as well. Again, being cream, and we've got cream on one of the ribbons as well. Now, for our floral, I had to cut one off to have a look. But it's a totally different colour. But I've got some Christmas hydrangeas in it's like a burnt orange but with gold. And they've also got gold glitter on the leaves as well. So I thought they would set it off. I don't know whether I want to put 1 or 3 in, or even 2. I'm not sure. So, but I've just got them out. They do 1, 2, 3. They come with 5. I've obviously snipped on one of them. No, 4 on this. No, 5. I've snipped on one. I've cut that one off of there earlier on. This one. But they do come with 5 on a bunch. So that's what we've got. So let me just move all this down here. Again, so I've got a bit of room. While my cat's sleeping on the blanket, it doesn't allow me to have any room. So I will attach the poly ribbon just a little bit later on as we go along. So I want to place in, get it over with, the glittery cypress leaves. It's a very lovely colour. These are like a very light tan. Now they've got a bit of plastic holding the stem on the back. I don't think it matters, but let me just get it off. I'm not sure if it's on every one, but they've even got some sequins on as well. They're very pretty, and I love the colour. So I'm going to just manipulate it just by bending the stem. I'm going to just stroke it down so it opens it up a little bit and just gives it more of that natural look. And I'm going to place these in around the top to start with. And I'm going to glue onto the main stem, the spine at the back. So I'm going to go behind the bow. I'm going to just bend that over slightly. And if you feel you've got something heavy and it's not staying in place, just wrap one of your spruce leaves around it or your pine needle leaves around it, just to give it a bit of support. Oh yeah, they've got it on everyone with looks of it, guys. Or you can just pull it. That's even better. So again, I'm just stroking it down from top to bottom with my hand to open up the cypress leaves. Let's just do the same with this one. I think I may want one at the top as well, yeah. Gosh, my hands are covered in glitter. And we're going to go just here, bring that one, don't know if that may be a bit too high, so let's just push it down a little bit more. Like so. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Right, I've got 3 left. So 1, 2, and the one at the bottom. Let's just take all these. Some things you'll see like this on the back, and it's stuck to either the spine or some leaves it could be stuck to, as you see. The thicker piece here, and that's basically just for transit purposes, so the leaf stays in this position without it breaking or anything like that. It's not that it's a fault on the leaf at all. Just do this on my awkward side. Again, I'm attaching it to the spine. There we go. I'm just leaning it down. And you can be quite rough with it, you know, it doesn't matter, it's not going to harm the stem. They are quite tough, these. And then I want one at the bottom. So let's just stroke this one. Some people may think that, you know, adding orange is more of an autumnal colour. It's not, guys, honestly. Let me just... my living room used to be burnt orange and grey. And my Christmas decorations were burnt orange, and my swag, my wreath and everything was also in burnt orange. it's not, you know, an autumnal colour. Well, it is, but you don't have to just have it as an autumnal colour. Let's just push it a little bit more. Sit and intertwine some of the needles. I've had all different colours when I've done I've decorated and I've changed my colour scheme. You don't have to just stick to traditional. There's lots and lots of variety of colour. If you see glitter all over my face, oh gosh, sorry. Let me just take that pine needle behind so it's whole. So that's our swag, our boundary. So that is what, oh, I've just gone and wiped my face. So that is what we've gone and created now with our first layer of foliage. Now, I always have working layers for you new beginners, like the lady who has only just started yesterday as a hobby. I always work in layers. At the back is my layer or level, whichever way you find it easier to remember. Level or layer 1. In front of that, around here, is layer 2. And in the centre is layer 3. So that is how I work. So if you hear me say, oh, layer or level 1, you know I mean right at the back. So when I do swags, again, a lot of you have heard me say it before, I use my boundary. I do my boundary first. I create my line. And the line or linear is where I create my height, my width, and my length at the bottom as well. So I also, another way for you new beginners to remember, if you're doing a swag, when you're creating your level or layer 1, your first leaf, think of it as a body part, is your neck. Your other 2 on either side are your shoulders. Then the 2 here are your ribs, and the 1 at the bottom is your waist. So if you remember that structure or that, formula, then you will get your main bigger leaves balanced out. And I always start with the biggest leaf, because the biggest and the strongest leaf are the ones that are going to support the ones in front, if that makes sense. So I'm going to use some of the green because these are quite long as well. Oops, a daisy. To mix, not intertwine, with these cypress leaves. And I'm going to go now, still on level or layer 1, but in between the gold leaves that I've placed. So again, I'll just move my bow forward slightly, and I'm attaching these to the main spine on the back. And because these are similar shape as well to the cypress leaves, it's like I'm basically carrying on with the same shaped leaf. You can use different, you don't have to use, the same shaped leaf. You could place in a fern, or you could place in, willow, anything like that. And I'm just going to slightly at the top tilt it So it's because I want it to see that it's slowly going down. It's leaning over. So now I will go in between here on level 1 or layer 1. And again, just slightly on the tip, bend it down so it's pointing to the bottom, because we are creating a teardrop shape. And as I go down further, as it gets thinner, I start to then cut away at my stem, as I don't want them going through the opposite side. So I make the stems smaller. Oh, it's so hard doing it on the side. Oh, I'm going to get glitter all over me. I've just realised. Doing it on the side where I find it a little awkward. Not that I can't do it, it's just I'm right-handed. And then now you've come down in between here. Now you can, if you wish, place a smaller one on top of the gold, but not as long as the gold, because you still want to see the gold cypress leaf at the bottom. So then I bring a smaller stem up so you can still see the gold. So that is our still on our level or layer 1. And that's where we created our outside line or boundary. So I don't mind having a few wispy bits that will hang down here, but I don't want to go further than this longest, the point on the longest leaf. I need to stay now in that. So let's see. So we're going to add in some of our eucalyptus. Now this eucalyptus I got from my local supermarket called Tesco. £3 a stem. So on the stem you get that. I have had it cheaper from Lily Jade's, where you can get 16 stems of leaves on one bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only 8 on these. So let me just start with that. And again, I'm staying on level or layer 1, because now I'm going with these in between the gold and the tree pine. And this is just filling up the back, because once we've done this, we can move on to our next level or layer. And these are push-ups, so you can manipulate them. I may need to just push that a little bit more. No, let me just take it out and reposition it. So when I take it out, I take the glue off, because I don't want a thick clump of glue on it when I dip it in again. Just trying to get Again, I don't want to go higher than this one. So just under the gold leaf that I'm placing these. And because we've got the green there, I don't want to go further out than the gold or past the green. So under the gold and head towards the spine. And again, just give it a little bit of a bend just to show that it's started to tilt over, heading into that teardrop shape. And again, as I go down, further down, I cut my stems shorter. And you can also, when you're going down and you've cut your stems shorter, instead of sticking them in like that and then bending them, you can go at an angle, so they will automatically then lean over, you know, like they're pointing downwards. So I would go, instead of in horizontally, I would go diagonally up to the spine in the center, and then you can just turn a little bit of the tip over, and I always like to have whatever I've got around the side, and we're using here, you can bring one, now I don't mind bringing one under just to, or you can bring it over the top. That one is entirely your decision. I find whichever you like. If I bring it there, it looks like they're in a row, so I tend to just bring it underneath so it looks just slightly longer. So I've got one left. I could bring that up at the top and incorporate that with the gold leaf. Like so. But I could also bring in a green as well, because I've just realised I didn't place the green one up above like I did at the bottom. So I could do the same what I did here. So let's just cut that little bit. I like to try and balance it out. Go just a bit shorter than what that one is, like that. And then bring this. Now with this one, I may do the opposite. Instead of putting it under the green, I may bring it on top. And you can push these up as well. So I'm going to bring this one on top, but smaller than the green leaf. I don't want it sticking out too much. So that is our eucalyptus. Now I do have I've got the gold spiky fern I got this from Lily Jades as well. This is fabulous. It has gone really far. So I've got one what's really long. I could bring that to the back, but we'll see. I may not bother. And then here again, bringing these on level 1 again. There's a lot I'm placing on level 1 because I want to fill the backing without having a lot of gaps. And again, you can see I've curved it over, so it looks like now it's started to take the shape of going around and down. And I'll do the same here. And all I'm doing is just adding something in. I think that one's a bit too long. I may just place it behind, but I may have to cut it. It's just a little bit too long. So I'm just snipping off some of the spiky fern at the bottom, just creating my own stem. And I'm going to go behind with this. Because I like odd numbers, so I like to see 3 of them. You may see it through the fern, the cypress leaves. And again, we'll bring this down here. I could, how many have I got? 1, 2, let's just see, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1 at the bottom. Yeah, we'll do that. So wherever you see that there, we're going to place in now another one. And have that there. Let's grab one for the other side. Let's get that glue. I'm just going to go. What I'm looking for is relatively the similar spacing between each other. There may be like somewhere there's just slightly a little bit bigger gap, but not too noticeable. That's catching. So which one did I put in that one? I think and there's one here. So again, I'm looking for the similar spacing because I don't want it to look too odd. If it's just, you don't have to have it exactly perfect, guys. You know, don't worry yourself over that. And then we've got one left. I may go in front again with this one. It's a little bit long again. So I'm just like cutting it at the end where I need it. Get your scissors or your cutters or clippers and just take a few off at the end just to create your own little stem. I don't need a big stem on this. And then I'm just going to place that there. So that is all our spiky fern now placed in as well. So let me just have a look. Doesn't that look wonderful? So let's see with these are on paperback. I really don't need extra long. Try to work my way up from the bottom. Now what I'm going to do with these, I don't want clusters. So what I'm going to do is pull them off of the main stem. Like so. And if I don't use all these, that's okay. I've got them on picks that I can use them for other projects. I've got my picks here. So I'm just going to dip my pick in my glue, or use your glue gun. Just wipe any excess glue off underneath, because I'm going to use them singular. I like to buy vines or garlands, should I say, because they've got much more foliage on, and you can pull them off, place them on picks. If you haven't got the picks, you know, that I buy, obviously, just if you can purchase thicker floral wire, or do the job just as easy. Or when you're cutting stems on your flowers, especially if they are thin stems like this, and you only want them short, the flower stem, whatever you have left, save and use those as picks as well, because they are the correct size. Oh, I pulled out just the right amount of picks. Gosh, I must be getting good. So there's all our picks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. So what I'm going to do, I need to incorporate these. So now I'm coming on level 2. I may find things what I've got here and go back to level 1 and place them on level 1. But at least by knowing that you have levels, you can, you know, keep that in mind. And that sometimes helps you, and it makes it easier to know then where you're placing things by knowing the levels. So I've got one there, and these are going to come, I'm just going to place them slightly there, which is in front of all these now that we've placed in, because all of these are level 1. So, and I'm going to turn them so they look vertical. Let's see if that one goes down like that. I may have these actually sort of like at an angle because they're on the top. One's here, vertical. And what I'm doing, I'm placing them this side on the left side, and then I'm looking on the right side and going opposite where I've placed it. And we're coming inwards to a point. Always remember that you're creating a point. Be somewhere around there. Let me find that one. That's a bit flatter. I can't grab it on anything to hold it in. I'll place it just there. And then I've got one left. So I'm going to go under here. And that also is going to be horizontal. While the others are all vertical and that's horizontal. I could place one up there, but I don't think it's needed. So let's place that with that. So now let me just turn it and have a quick look. So we may need to bring those slightly a little bit more down to cover a bit of this area. It's catching. And bring that one down a little bit. I could have that horizontal, vertical. I think actually I may need 2 there. So I may need that one, get another one. If I just place that there and check. Yeah. So let's just place another one on a pick. So always stand back like I've just stood back and had a look to see if anything looks amiss, and if you think it does, and you can see where it is, where I can see, like I've just, let me just move that pie. I've just had a look. Now I've left that one in. Now you go down this side, the left side, and you've got them here, here, gap, here, here. Now I immediately, once I turned it, I could see that something was amiss here. Hence the reason I grabbed another one to have a look. By placing that in, that's filling that space. So that's the reason I say stand back, just have a quick look, and you will see if there's anything what's needed or what, you know, I mean, I could easily just slightly lift those ones up a little bit more. If I could. There. Just so I've given them a little bit more space. I've got glue on my finger, I can't get it off. Given them a little bit more space for them to sit and look more balanced. So I think that now looks better than missing this one here. So now we've sorted that. So now we will place them in. Again, the two top ones are horizontally placed, only because it's a wider point up here. And it's, you know, you've got that wider area. So I'm placing them horizontal. Glue string. Let me just get a bit of glue on. I can hear somebody. So I've placed those horizontal. While I'm here, now these ones are going to be placed vertical because we are going down now. We're not going across. I'm going to do this side. I can hear somebody. Oh, I hope it's not Tesco again. I keep getting Tesco guys. They keep coming to my house to try and deliver groceries, and they keep going to the wrong house. And it's not me. They're supposed to go 2 doors that way to the right, and they keep coming 2 doors to the left. And those are where they're supposed to deliver. I've got a number on the house, but they still keep bringing it here. So I've placed those in. So we'll just cut a little bit off from the stem, and I'm looking now across to where I've placed that, and I've noticed it's where the eucalyptus is. So that eucalyptus is slightly dropped a little. So it's a little bit in between. See, it's so hard to. No, it's got to be higher. Pull it out. So that's better. So then this one again, now as I'm coming down, I'm cutting the stem shorter. So that one. If I can get it in. There. This one's a bit shorter even more as I get to the bottom. I'm just going to do it, guys, because Now that one. And then this one, I'm going to just take a little bit off because I want the length because of the point. Then we're going to go under. Just bend that head in a little bit. That's another thing you can do as well to bring the leaf facing forward, bend the head in. One moment, guys, I can hear something like crates. Oh, please not Tesco. Hiya everyone, yes it was a parcel, but it was two. I'd just come out and then all of a sudden another company came with another parcel for me. So I've got two parcels. So, right, let's carry on. Right, so now we've placed in our maple. I wanted to place in, I'm thinking, the swirly bits. And I just want to place these around the top to start with. So let's cut down because I don't want them really long because they are long. And I'm going to go in between. Oops, I've just touched that. I'm going to have it around that length. I'm going to place one either side. I think I may place one behind. Even though this one's behind, I don't mind. It's forming that the neck and the shoulders, what I call. And I just want to bring one here, and then I want one at the bottom. Let's cut the stem a little bit shorter again. So I'm going to go where the green pine is. So it's just sticking out like that. I'm putting quite a bit of glue on because they are, as I say, heavy. In fact, I might use these last two and bring them at the bottom and not have one at the centre. So I'll bring either side of here. One there. And then one here, because there is a little bit of a gap down here. So I've placed those in and they sit lovely there. Right, let's have a look. I may use the bay leaves just to bring the odd one in around the centre. The sage or ruscus, which I don't think I'm going to use those bay leaves, but we'll keep them out. And we'll do that. Let's try. I'm going to just may place one in. I'll save that leaf. Let's just see if I place it there. I don't think another one. No, I'm just going to place one in. I'll just cut it a little bit shorter. I'm going to go in this space here. So we're going to bring that there. So I may bring some of these thistles, this sea holly, ivory sea holly around the sides. So let's get these. Because they are a bit long, I don't want them too long. Do I do them in twos? Let me just see. Bring that under. Just turn it around and see. I have a better view. Yeah, yeah. So I'm going to bring those around the centre. So I'm just going to stick those in. These are going around our hydrangea. I'm going to swap that one, place up there. So I've now brought those in through the centre. I'll save those because we'll place those together. Oops, a daisy. I can see the odd glue string. Can't get it on. There. So I want to bring in some of our pine needles. Now if you can see where we've got the gold here, I just want to bring in a bit of green around, because we've got green either side, but I want to bring in a little bit of pine needles around as well. Because if you can see as well on the opposite side, it's very bare around here. So if I can bring in some green, let me open it up properly. Just to have in front of it. As well. So I'll place these in. I may bring a couple down here. So we'll bring those there. So, and I'm bringing those at the bottom to just give, you know, just to give that more of a defined look, where to forming that V. And on the opposite side, bring that down a little bit. We'll bring some up here. I mean, I will glue them in properly. Because I want to try and fill the spaces. Oh, I'm caught on the ribbon. Let's just have a look. We still need something there, but we've got the other stuff as well. So we're going to place in these pine needles. Just do my awkward side. Let me put a bit more glue on that. And one here. So I do like to see a bit of green. And then two at the bottom. Just see if I need any more. Yeah, I'm going to put 2 more in. Just around where the eucalyptus is. Oh, I've got one here. There, so we've now added in our pine needles. I don't want any more. So that is those. Now, we have got the pine cones. I think with a few of those they will look nice. I don't think I want the greenery. I'll save it for another project. So I'll push the greenery down to the bottom. Right, let's have a look. I've got a longer one. So I may put that, if I could just get it in somewhere. I may move them around so I can fill in space. So I want something here. Just trying to get it in. I think I want something here as well. Just going up a little bit closer. I can get. Seems harder to get things placed in when you've got it full. Do I need 2 up there? 1, 2. I feel I need 2 here. 1. Yeah, I'm going to place those there. I don't need no more of those now. I don't think I'm going to put those there now. No, I make my mind up as I'm going along. Oh, before we carry on, let's just get these little berries in. Whoops. Oh my goodness. We're only on a single little going to stick a few in there. And just attach to the centre of the bow. Trying to take the wire off. Oh my gosh, there's another wire on. A wire on a wire. Right. Let's just stick this back on. Just cut them smaller because I don't want them sticking out too far. Let's have a look. We'll place one under here. One in there. So we've just put in those little rows. Right, let's get these in. Cut that at an angle. I can't see. I'm so tiny. Well, I say tiny, I'm 5'7". Let me glue it again now. This glue that I use dries ever so quick. There. One, two. And as you're going along when you're doing a swag, you can stick your stems onto other stems. You don't have to keep sticking them towards the centre. On the spine part. Now I can still see a few gaps around where the gold cypress leaf are, and I'm going to put some things, especially on this side. Attach some things onto it. And then the last one, I'm going to just stick. Place that behind. over. So we've added some brown in with gold pine, gold glitter around the edge, some pine cones. So I don't know whether to add the odd berry. We'll see. Right, I've got some oddments in here that I used on another project, so I'm going to use these smaller ones. Now, can you see there on the gold, like this side, I can see too much here of it. Now here it seems to be quite covered. So here I can see this. And that is irritating me, especially when I can see it on this side, that it's not, you know, as much on show. So what I'm wanting to do is get that covered. So I just want to see, and it's just in there. And you see there's one there as well. So I may place a gold leaf. Let me just cut one down. Just to take away all of that. Or do I place in the gold leaf around the edge? I think the gold leaf around the edge. I think the gold leaf around the edge looks nice, and it just gives it that pop. Now, placing these thistles in, I may place the odd one in and probably around the centre, but placing these on the side here, it doesn't give as much as a pop as what they do. So let's get some of those in. So I'm going to cut some down. Right, because I've got two there, let's have a look where they are. So around here, I think I'm going, you know, we'll place them in properly. I think this one's about here somewhere at the top. That one will come out slightly longer than that one because we're going in. I may bring one here. Here again, just to give it that little pop. We will place it in properly. I can't grab it onto anything. It's not. We'll just keep it there for now. Hopefully it stays. And then again, if you notice, we are going around the similar spacing between each other. Oh, I can't reach. So I think around here. If I can just grab onto something. And again, as I'm going to the top, I'm cutting my stems slightly, having them slightly longer. We need something here. Oh my good gracious me. And I've got two left. I will have those. If I can get those in just either side of the fern and place those there. Hiya. You had a good day at work?
I guess. Oh, hi.
Oh.
Oh.
Shattered, are you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
been very busy today.
Have you? Oh, that's good. That's what work's all about.
I'm aching. I can't.
Oh, you can't be aching, Brandon. You're only 28.
I'm aching all over the place.
Oh my gosh, I wish I was your age again.
Yeah.
So, right, that's what we're going to do. There. So I'm going to place in now all of the gold. As you've noticed, it's giving it that pop. I don't want to add in those. And again, I will perhaps add in just the odd one in the several places. So that's what we'll do. So let's get these in. And these again are either side of the fern. The cypress leaf, should I say. Why do I keep calling them ferns? I think it's because of the shape. And we'll do the same with this one. Push it down a bit, try and get them at the same height. Around there. Where did that supposed to go? There. Oops. So here, just where the maple is. And if you forget where it is before, where you've had it when you've placed it, just say to yourself as you're taking it out, where the, like I just have, or where the maple is. I can't get that one in. Oh, let me glue it again. That's better. I hope it's the same. Right, it wants going in a little bit more. That's better. Excuse me, guys. Where the maple is on this side as well. And that's not sticking. So if you feel it's not catching on anything, just take it out and glue it again and place it back in. And under the cone, so I've tried to place them all, well not tried, I've placed them all in the same place on either side. So that one's under the cone as well. Now the next one is above this cone. So that goes in above that cone. Again, we're coming in a bit now. Above that cone. There's nothing to hold on. And as you can see on the back, I've tied some spruce around my easel just to keep the swag from moving. And on this. And at the bottom, again, go up in a diagonal position. And then the last two, sorry if I've had it facing me, guys. And push it a little bit more up. Just in front of the pine. So they're all in relatively the same position. So now we've just got our sea holly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to cut this one down. I don't know why I've left this one long. So now I've got 5. I can take, just straighten them out. I could bring 1, maybe up here. I'll just pop it there. Right, in front of here, I want something there. And on this side as well. And I want to bring these here. Do I? One there. One there. Now I've looked and I think, where did I put the last ones? It's about here. I'm just popping these in like a little bit like filler foliage. No, I don't want any more at the top. I do actually want some in and around here. Because it cover a little bit of this space. Now there's something what needs to go there. If you look, there's like a little gap there. Now something needs to go there. So I could either place another one of these. Yeah, we'll place another one in. Like that. Let's use the last of this. Just place that under there. Now, I'll save that because it's got little little buds on. So I will save that. And I just want to have a quick look if this looks okay, just as a few, or if it looks silly. It's covering too much. So if I had it just 3 strands, no, I could place it at the bottom. I don't want it covering the centre, but I could place it at the bottom. Yeah, we'll place it at the bottom. We may have to trim it. Right, so now we've got our sea holly placed. I want to place everything in for our sea holly. And these I'm not sticking again to the main spine. I'm just sticking these onto spruces that are in there. And it's just to cover the little bits of the gaps and that. I don't want it just to look busy on the outside. I want to use everything that's around. And here I want to just add a bit around where these golden cypress leaves are. Again, because they're just there for the, you know, the background. I don't want too much of them showing. So next, just behind there. As you can see, there's a bit of a gap there. So I want something in front. I could turn that leaf round as well, just so it doesn't look too much. And then our final one. It's hard to see behind the bow when you're too small. Let me just cut it down. Right, let's just fluff up our bow. So I did it where there was the white on cream and the tan colour on the tan. and white. White. So let me just stand back. Yeah, I think I'm going to swap those. Oh, I didn't put that one in. That's good, then I can place something in front of that. Right, with the poly ribbon that I've curled, I want to take this under the bottom where I don't know if you can see, I may cut away at that, you know, perhaps shorten it. I want to take it where the cypress leaf is. So once I've decided where I'm going to place it, I then get a bit of floral wire, as I've tied it at the top with a bit of poly ribbon, and then I go one way with one, I place it in the centre of the or thereabouts. So I go one way with one piece of wire, then the opposite way with the other. Then I just twist it, just make sure it doesn't get caught. Just a few times. And then with the rest of this, I will then wrap around like so to form my own stem. I will cut them off to make sure they're level. I'm a bit funny like that. Lift the stem upright so it's like that, because it's going placed upwards. Dip it in our glue or placing some glue from your glue gun on it. Go to where you want to place it and just glue it in. And that's all I've done. So that today, guys, is our project finished. Sorry for the interruption. I've got my parcels here. They're all here, look. 2 parcels. One quite heavy actually. So it's all the stuff that I keep ordering. So that is all of it completed. If I just lift up so you can see the bottom. So I'm just getting the glue off my fingers. And then a bit off of there. Let's just get this mess out of the way. I don't like to show you things where it's messy. So I'm going to get my little favourite Hoover, desk Hoover out, just to get the majority of the glitter up. It does pick the majority of it actually up. It is quite good. It just doesn't like big bits. I just want to... Sorry about this, guys. It's not very often that you see somebody hoovering on your screens. Just I want to just, it's because it gets everywhere. As soon as I start touching it, it just gets everywhere. La 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 la. Right, I'll just leave it at that. So that's better. So that's what we've done today with our with all our elements we've created our swag in golds and tanny brown or tan with just one burnt orange effect. Other than that, it's mainly golds and tans and the odd and creams as well. So we've used our cypress leaves, our glittery ones, our little swirls, our spiky fern, our gold eucalyptus. Now that's the eucalyptus cinerea, not the eucalyptus silver dollar. We've used our pine needles, our maple. We've used our thistles. I've got to think now. What else have we used? Our gold bay leaves. Oh, and our tree pine. Our artificial, not real, the plastic from Lily Jades. They're lovely, really, really nice. Our pine cones, what have been just dipped with a bit of gold glitter or sprayed with gold glitter, however they do it. Some dip it like with these, what are fully glittered. They tend to dip the whole lot in glitter. We've also got our, I don't know, ruscus, heavily glittered I'm going to call it ruscus, guys. Our heavily glittered ruscus, and I've added in some flocked pine needles to the base of the swag to just give it a bit more volume. Let me think. I think that's all, guys. Oh, and obviously the lovely big hydrangea, the Christmas hydrangea with gold glitter on, and I've just added a little bit of poly ribbon at the bottom, just a few swirls, just to give it a little bit of an addition to it, just to give it that bit of more of a Christmassy feel, and a few little gold berries in the center, and our beautiful bow, which is of velvet, tan, white iridescent glittered, and then there's the cream with the gold berries, and then we've got the one at the back where it's got tan in the background with gold snowflakes, trees and everything on it. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I quite like this. I'm more for golden greens myself because it's, green is my favourite colour. But there's something about this I actually quite like. I think it's really pretty. I love the tanny colour. It does look quite autumnal. So in that case, you could also have it out around autumn time and also have it into the following season for Christmas. So you could use it for 2 seasons, which I think would be a fabulous thing. So you've got a swag of 2 seasons. And I think, that would look really, really pretty. I think the only thing what may change something like this, if in this colour, is if you added on lots of berries or poinsettias. Because over here in the UK, we class poinsettias as a Christmas flower. So something like that would probably change, the seasonal look of it. But other than that, and if you added pumpkins in as well, you may think it's more of an autumnal look. But other than that, guys, I think it's turned out really well. So I hope you give it a go. And whether it be in these colours, if you've never done these colours, browns and tans, or browns, any tone of brown and cream look beautiful. I've always said this, when I've done it, browns or coffee colours and different tones with cream colour or ivory are just so exquisite. They're such a lovely combination, and they always look so elegant together. So if you feel that you want to give it a go in those colours, give it a go, guys, and try and create yourself a 2-seasonal wreath or a 2-seasonal arrangement or a swag. Give yourself a challenge and try and see if you can combine the both, so you could have it out for 2 seasons instead of just one. So there's a challenge for you over the weekend, or maybe within, when you've got your spare time. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. So please subscribe, share and like. I'm going to say, usually I blend in with my things, but not really today. So yeah, subscribe and share, please, and give us a like and a comment. I will always answer your comments back. Maybe if I don't answer them immediately, forgive me. It's just that sometimes I may be doing my bookkeeping. I may be catching up on the descriptions on the YouTube channel and going on there and filling all that up for what I've done for the videos. And then obviously all the customer orders or things that I'm getting together for the craft fair as well. So, if I don't answer once you've, sent me the message, just bear with me. I will answer. I always answer without a second thought. I always keep your messages because they always just stay there. I don't look at them and delete them. I just look at them and save them. So then I can go back to my messages, because I've put them in a little app of my own, and I save them and I go back to them. So again, so just leave us a little comment, and that would be so much appreciated. And I really do, I'm grateful for it, and I do appreciate everything you say. So take care, guys. I won't be here tomorrow. I've got a lot on tomorrow. It's Friday, so Friday's my busiest. I've got, I think, about 5 things to do, as well as get things ready for the Christmas craft fair as well. So busy. Who cares? I love it. Who doesn't like a job like this, guys, or even a hobby? It's so relaxing. You can have the radio on, you can just chill out and just sing along to the music and be joyous. So have a wonderful weekend, guys. Take care, and I love you all. God bless, and stay safe in the States. I hope everything's passed, and I hope that everybody's getting, becoming all right and back on track with the hurricane. My thoughts are always with you. You're my dear friends, all around the world. Our thoughts will always be there. So again, have a wonderful weekend. Take care, and I'll see you Monday. I love you all. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Right, let's just have a closer look, guys. Oh, let me just get all this wire, all this cable from around. Molly's not here, look. He's gone to have something to eat. Well, he thinks he is. It's not time yet. So, there's our beautiful Christmas hydrangea with the glitter on. And the ruscus or sage leaves. There might actually be sage leaves. Around are heavily glittered, and our ivory thistle, and then our pine needles. There's our bay leaves there, and there's the colour. If I can show you a better one. No, I'll just keep it there. There's the colour of the eucalyptus, where it's not a bright gold. It's like a tanny gold, and it's beautiful. There's our tree fern, our spiky fern there as well, our little swirly bits, and our artificial pine cones. Aren't they divine? And then our lovely cream maple leaves as well. And then our wonderful, wonderful, like a very light tanny colour. Go on, cypress leaves. I nearly forgot again. And yeah, and then our wonderful bow in the centre, where it's lovely and velvet brown with the cream, with the berries, and then your white iridescent. And if I can show you that other one, because it's slightly hidden, so let's just have a look. There we go. It looks grey on the camera in the background, but honestly guys, it's not. It's a very light tan with the gold snowflake, and then there's some trees. I think that's an angel round there as well. So I don't know if there's anything else I've missed. If I have, I'm sorry. Oh, and this little poly ribbon, it's bits that I curled and placed underneath just for a little bit of an extra touch. So again, if you want it shorter, just snip it off as you go along. It's, you know, you don't have to have it long. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I hope you'll give it a go in browns and tans. It's a wonderful thing to do. And take care. Have a great, great weekend. I love you all. Bye for now.